In business, President Bola Tinubu has expressed excitement over the Nigerian capital markets surpassing the 100 trillion naira benchmark. Tinubu, in a statement by presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga, described this achievement as a historic milestone and a strong signal of renewed investor confidence in the economy. The NGX All-Share Index closed 2025 with a 51.19% return, eclipsing the 37.65% recorded in 2024 and outperforming major global indices, including the S&P 500 and FTSE 100. Tinubu said the performance places Nigeria among the world's best performing equity markets, adding that the country is no longer a frontier market to be ignored, but a designation and destination where value is being unlocked. The several companies across key sectors have recorded strong performances, according to reports. So far, by Toluwase Olaniyan, the Executive Director, Eagle Foundation, and joins me from Amsterdam in Netherlands. Thank you so much, Toluwase, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah. So Nigeria's capital markets crossed the 100 trillion naira mark, outperforming major global indices. What key factors would you say actually drove this growth?
Okay, so thank you so much. Really interesting conversation and really interesting figures we've seen in recent time. One of the major things that have driven this over the last 1 year have been tightened policies and policies to grow the local economy, policies to grow the local markets. These policies over the last 1 year have been very tough on an average Nigerian, but these had then, we're then seeing the dividend of these policies, right? I think very amazing financial policies, very amazing, external reserve policies also being put in place by the government had driven this. We can also see that inflation had reduced drastically over the last 1 year. And I think this is the right step in the right direction.
You talk about government policies, but then we witnessed lots of fluctuations in the markets last year, even from 2024. So amidst that and the shocks that we've seen in the general markets, do you think that the momentum can be sustained?
Yes, I think that the momentum can be sustained, right? So if you see towards the last half of last year, there's been some level of stability, right? And we think that this stability can be maintained over a long period of time, right? If you also see the government policies, including the new tax policies and all of it, are all gearing towards ensuring that we have a really strong economy, right? I think things have been not so good for a very long time, and now the stability might not just come all at once, but I think that we're gradually getting there. I think this momentum, if we keep it at this level, maintained, would yield us better results.
Yeah, so in terms of maintenance now, what key steps or decisions should be taken? We need to consolidate on these strides. What would you say?
Okay, so I would say that better structure should be designed around all of this, and we should also ensure that there is a good monitoring and evaluation model, right? Which is very simple, which is applicable in all industry. Ensure that the Nigerian market naturally is volatile, right? Because we're exposed to a whole lot, right? But to ensure that the structure that is built around this, per time, we're able to monitor, see where we're falling short again, quickly fix it, and ensure that it continues that way. One thing that we're very poor with in Nigeria, particularly, is ensuring is maintenance, right? Maintenance and enforcement.
Yeah.
When we create laws, when we create policies, we don't see these things through. If we can see this through, right? Tough, but I assure you we will get the amazing results.
And we see the presidency talking about investor confidence returning to the markets. But then, of course, when we have a president come to tell Nigerians they need to invest more locally, from your perspective as an analyst, what opportunities and risks should local investors be aware of right now?
Oh, okay. So, I think I'd rather talk a lot more about the opportunity,
okay.
Right? The culture space is really booming at this time. The government are also always emphasized that they are investing in agriculture, and I think this part should. Investors really can look at this. I also think that the oil space is also booming. Also with the Dangote refinery coming up, I think all of this can be looked at. But largely, I think that the Nigerian market is generally fertile. And less volatile, right? Maybe not to amplify the risk, but less volatile. And I think that, every investor should begin to look this way a lot more.
All right, Toluwase Olaniyan, thank you so much for sharing your expert thoughts with us on the news.